To this very awkward but very necessary conversation. Now, Adam Katsovolos' family business is feeling the heat since his racist video leaked on social media. A number of food businesses are cutting ties with St. George's Fine Foods. How deep is the reputational damage here, and can the business be turned around? Let's bring in brand reputation expert Solly Moeng, who joins us now via Skype. Solly, I guess that is the question. How deep is the reputational damage?
Well, by the look of things, it's continuing. I think it's a good thing, short of criminalizing this kind of behavior in South Africa. I think it's a good thing that we create a culture where there's no tolerance, there's zero tolerance for this sort of thing. So it becomes very toxic. Anybody who behaves like this, as we've seen with Katsovolos, you end up with other people who don't want to have the toxicity coming into their space, saying to him and to his business, we're not going to be part of this. So I support the punishment that is being given to them. There's no way that this man would come from this family and behave like this, and for everybody else to pretend they're surprised. It's totally unacceptable.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The family has dismissed him from the family business. I mean, the reality is people are going to say, well, he didn't learn to become a racist by himself. We're also seeing that some businesses have cut ties with that family business altogether.
Yeah, look, racist insults against people in South Africa cannot be tolerated. And I think that as I say, it's important that we create a culture where there's so much zero tolerance. It's like abuse of children, of women. Anybody who does that should be isolated. Anybody who insults black people in South Africa or other people, not just black people, should never be accepted. So I think it's a pity that the family has to pay the price, of course, and the business. And it's a very good thing that they've come out to say, we are not part of this, we don't support it, we've taken this person out of the business. I hope that over the next few days, they will do a lot more to show that they don't support this sort of thing. And of course, we don't want a business to die, because businesses employ other people. If they die, especially in the current environment, they impact on a whole lot of other families who are suppliers to the business, people who are employed in the business, other people who are part of their value chain. So we don't want the ramifications to be such that we all pay a price in the end. But I think that the messages that are being sent out now by the school, by other businesses who are cutting ties, are the correct messages for that kind of behavior.
So is there a comeback for this family business, or do they actually try to accept that they're now going to lose a lot of money?
Well, look, I think that they will lose a lot of money in the beginning, and sadly, but I hope that they also find a way to more than apologize to South Africans for having a family member who behaves in the way that this man has done. I think they need to find other ways to say, we still want to be part of the business community. We still want to build. We still want to contribute to making South Africa great again. And these are the other things that we're going to do, other than distancing ourselves from this person. So I really hope, for the sake of our economy, I hope that they find a way to come back. It's not a good thing for a business to die in this kind of economic climate in South Africa. But the messages that are being sent are the correct messages, and I applaud all those people who are saying we cannot be part of this.
Solly, the way they can come back is the key question here. Do they actually reach out to South Africans to say, we are trying to address the situation, or do they forget about it and move on, hoping that people forget?
No, they have to reach out. Maybe they could find some kind of contribution to make to a cause that maybe to the Equality Code or some other code that takes care, or organization that takes care of people in difficult situations. I don't know. There are many causes in South Africa that are deserving. They have to do something extra, but they also have to make it all over their employees, the family, they have to go to some kind of training on this sort of thing. The same thing happens with Starbucks in America, when two black people were given bad treatment for all the wrong reasons, and everybody had to go to some kind of training on tolerance on diversity and that sort of thing. They have to do those things. And I think all businesses should do the sort of thing in South Africa. And anybody who conducts himself this way, we should no longer be seeing people defending other people, like a lot of people came out to defend Mombek, for instance, a number of months ago. It should never happen. It should be intolerable in South Africa for anybody to go into a public space and insult people in the way. People know that this word is hurtful. for Black South Africans. But I do hope that they will find a way to show that they are not part of this. It's not in their family. Even if this man comes from their family, it's not something that they practice behind closed doors. It's up to them to convince the rest of us that they're not part of him.
Yeah, you sound very optimistic. Thanks for that. Appreciate. Brand reputation expert Solly Moeng.